Hello, YouTube. It is Rexmon of Rexmon Productions, and it has been about a good 2 weeks. Here I am. So here's the thing. I have been away from recording stuff because of personal health, and here's the new update. So every other day, it's a little different with my shoulder post-surgery and all that. Um, I did start physical therapy Wednesday, which I believe was March 3rd or March 4th, and I've been doing a lot of stretches at home. Um, so I'm starting to get my range of motion back for the most part, and some days I don't feel pain, some days I do. If you saw any of my life update shorts, I think you'll see that I was hooked up to an electric stimulator for shoulder therapy. Some days of the week, I actually don't use it, actually. Like, sometimes I don't think I've actually used it all day prior to this recording, and I'm not even sure if I'll need it today, which is Sunday, March 8th. So some days I need the electronic stimulator, some days I don't. I've been doing a lot of practicing with driving around the neighborhood and driving up and down the road real quick to like pick up milk and stuff. So driving is starting to become an accessible thing that I can do again. The other stuff I've been distracted and prioritizing with is there was supposed to be a new live stream series that I wanted to start doing. Unfortunately, in the test recording that I did, uh, the volume and the audio was like non-existent. So I had to delete that and say I'll start over after I figure out what the heck I did wrong. So I think next week, Sunday, March 15th, I might try again with my streaming series I'm trying to do. So stay tuned for that. I have recorded a new episode of Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's a weird episode because I didn't want to accidentally leave out essential story recordings for the episode, and I didn't get to a proper save point when I walked into one accidental story process, so there was that. So I should have, prior to this release and recording, I would say the newest episode of Pokemon Legends should be out. I would say it would be up for release Wednesday, which I believe would be March 11th. Um, I am also trying to in the adult world now that I'm mostly recovered and regaining mobility and usage of my arm again, I'm recovered from shoulder surgery for the most part. I'm trying to find a new job. Unfortunately, that has not been an easy ordeal. Because we're in starting the second week of March, daylight savings time, which really screwed with my sleeping today. I think it screwed with everybody in my house's sleeping schedule now that I think about it. But no, second week of March, and nobody's been really giving me a call back for a follow-up interview. Thankfully, I do have two interviews for Tuesday, March 10th, so there's some optimism there. But I haven't really been all that lucky with all the job applications that I put in. So it's very confusing about adult life right now. I did start making a little bit of money, but not much. So yeah, because I sold some things the other day. So yeah, it was only like $60, so give or take. Um, so no, yeah. And in other news with where I want to go with the channel, I think after I release this episode of Poke Legends, if I don't release another episode of Poke Legends, then the next episode of my YouTube series will be the return to Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster Capsules because I do want to get back into Monster Capsules. It has been like about a good month, if not 2 months. Thankfully, I know what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to like journey north to find in an abandoned demon monster camp to get a bunch of scrap metals so we can create a lightning rod so we can reobtain Dark Magician's dark magic rod, which is trapped in an anvil that's also being a de facto lightning conductor. So yeah, that's something I need to record and edit and release to the channel because I really do want to finish that game. I haven't finished the game yet, so no, really want to do that. I will try to continue because I do want to do like maybe a live stream just to see who comes to see it of Dispatch because I really do like that game. I just got to, make sure after one more test recording that the sound feed with everything works properly because, again, I am not good with software. I can, for the most part, handle hardware, but I am not a great master of handling software. Last week, Sunday, March 1st, I got my taxes filed. So, to anybody who's recording this, I hope you got your taxes taken care of. But, dear Lord, like, I had a lot of things to file for taxes this year. It took me a little over an hour to file my taxes. Normally, it takes me like 30, 35 minutes to file my taxes, but this year, because of like new tax laws and stuff, no, tax filing was hell on earth, and dear Lord, yeah, filing my taxes this year was a nightmare. But at least I'm getting some money with my tax refund, which is great because yeah, I'll need to give my mom and stepdad some back pay money because not having a job for so long and recovering from surgery. So yeah. Hopefully come April, I'll be able to go back to the gym because I do miss going to the gym. March will make it a full 2 months since I've been to the gym because the last day I went to the gym was January 30th or 31st because that following Tuesday was the day of my surgery. Monday, obviously, I didn't go to the gym because I had to suspend my gym membership. So January 30th, January 31st was my last day because that was a Saturday. And Sunday, the gym is closed. So yeah, it'll be 2 full months come the end of March. So here's hoping come April, yeah. I start going back to physical therapy on Wednesday. Gotta look at my form now because I don't have all the dates memorized properly. Wednesday the 11th, but following that, from everything I can see, it's going to be twice a week going to physical therapy starting next week. So I go to physical therapy Wednesday and then I go again Friday. But yeah, it's like a weird back and forth with how they have me scheduled for physical therapy. Like I'll be going to physical therapy on Fridays, but some weeks I'll be going on Wednesdays, some weeks I'll be going Tuesdays. So, yep. S- Just my new life update. Um with some of the jobs that I've applied for, I've applied to Goodwill, but I haven't seen any email confirmations from anybody from Goodwill. And I remember filing 2 or 3 applications for Goodwill, so maybe Monday, hopefully, I can get a hold of like a manager or something that's in charge of looking up applications and stuff. Maybe I could start working at Goodwill come April, something. Uh, what's that other job? Oh yeah, I'm trying to get a job in summer camp counseling, but I've literally had three interviews for three different organizations for the county, and none of them have called me back with saying you got the job. And I don't entirely remember when that third interview was because they said in 2 weeks, if we don't call you, then that means we went with other applicants. And I'm pretty sure this Monday would make it, yeah, would make it 2 weeks. So I gotta try and find their contact information to see if it's 110% I'm not getting the job, which sucks. But yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, so not having a job. Some days it's cool, I guess. I'm glad that I don't have to do anything like work related on the weekends like Saturday and Sunday, but most of the time, half the time, I'm just extremely bored with nothing to do sometimes, and I just get easily like burnt out on stuff, and I wish I could go to the gym. I wish I actually had a part-time job for as little as 4 to 5 hours, even just because it would get me out of the house, get my mind active, and also put a little money in my pocket, you know? And, I miss seeing my friends face to face. I don't think I've hung out with any of my friends since January, maybe. That's last time I can remember being socially interacting with any of my friends, really. So, yeah, I'm getting kind of bored, getting kind of lonely. So, here's hoping now through physical therapy and the stretching exercises that they have me do, I can maybe see myself getting out of the house more sometime not this week. That would be Monday, March 9th, but week after, like March 16th, I can start, driving around like highways and meet up with people, hang out with people again. It's just, yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's the new status update. So prior to when this recording goes up, expect a new episode of Pokemon Legends Arceus by Wednesday, the 11th, I believe is when Wednesday this week is it's the 11th. And then if not the Wednesday that would follow, Wednesday the 11th, which would be Wednesday the 18th, then Wednesday the 25th, I should have a new episode of either A, Pokemon Legends again, or we'll go back to doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster Capsules. So thank you again to all who watch these videos that I post on this channel, all my podcasts with Rex Talk. And yeah, stay tuned for more, and thank you for listening. Have a great week. Bye-bye.